Today's video is titled How to Make Your Trading More Peaceful. I'll be showing you that later. First of all, we're going to go through all the trades we took this week, and out of that, we're going to look at some lessons using some practical examples, which will show you how you can make your trading more peaceful, your trading life easier. We have had an interesting week with some interesting news here, a lot of big news, high impact news. And of course, the big one was the Fed funds rate and the FOMC. The big trade of the week was the S&P 500. We've got two possible entries there, but we'll go over that in a minute. First of all, let's go through the list one at a time, and beginning, of course, with the dollar. The dollar index has been messing around. We had the big drop on the Fed funds rate on Wednesday. We did not reach this level up here that we wanted to reach into before selling, and instead we just dropped. So weak dollar on currencies against the dollar, that would be a buy. And did we have that? Let's look on the euro, and euro is one that we planned. Looking on the 4-hour, here we are. We anticipated a possible break and a drop, and that was not the case. We did not break lower either. Instead, we broke higher. So scenario A was the one that played out. And now, as you can see, we just shot right up, but we did not get that retracement, but we are getting that retracement now. However, end of the week, no entries, and now we just wait for more price action and for next week to develop. However, we are getting into the holiday period. So with all of that, keeping all that in mind, this will be one to, well, leave alone probably for a couple of weeks. So that's the euro dollar, nothing there, no trades taken there on my part. Then let's look at Aussie CAD. So Aussie CAD was an interesting one because we had all the criteria and we broke through, we retraced back down. And personally, I am still in this, and we are now kind of really indecisively moving around here. And the question was, where will the market go? Well, the market wanted to go higher. At the time, we were around about here. So we wanted to see if the market will break higher or lower. What it decided was to break higher. We now retraced beyond this, as you can see, the 61.8 level, right down into the zone, very, very deep retracement. And this is where I was expecting the market to move away from so far. Unfortunately, it hasn't done that. So I'm kind of stuck in this trade, but so be it. I'm anticipating a bigger swing. So I'll be waiting for that. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I've got the invalidation level, which is down here, to wait for. So now let's delete these. Let's delete this. This was the idea, and it indeed has broken. So let me just mark that out. This low right here will be the invalidation point. So if we drop through this low, past this low, then I'll have to reassess this trade idea. It may be that we will still reach into this area, but for now, we have broken higher. Let's see if we do go higher or not. So kind of stuck on this one. At the moment, it's a break even and not much to do. We are messing around this 0.9 whole number, which we did pay attention to previously. So that is Aussie CAD. We look on the daily. You can see this bullish price action, this bullish day, which broke higher. And unfortunately, we had a very deep retracement and nothing has really happened since Thursday and Friday. But that's that so far, following the plan, following the system, and yeah, just letting it play out. We just have to just let it go and let the market do its thing. At the moment, we can't control it, just allow it to happen. Next is pound CAD, and what we wanted to see was a break of this level to go higher. So this was the first option, and then we had the second option here to go lower. Now, if you look on the 4-hour and the lower time frame, it looks like we've broken here, but we have not quite broken because on the daily, it is not the case. Okay, we had the wick and then the market collapsed lower, which is pretty tricky if I say so myself. Very sneaky of the market, but this is why we can only plan, we can only wait and see what happens and then just flow with whatever is saying to us. But as we'll see towards the end of this video, you can never know what actually happens or how it actually pans out. And we have to be prepared for that fact to be wrong. So let the market show us. And at the moment, it's showing it very, very decisively that it doesn't quite want to go higher, and it has broken a low, so not yet ready to move higher. Still have the invalidation point here, but once again, this is another one to reassess. Nothing here, nothing to see here. No trade on my part are there either. And yeah, it's another patience game. Sometimes the market just tests your patience. Looking at Aussie New Zealand. Why are we looking at Aussie New Zealand? Well, of course, we had this level that we kept going on about. At reversal point, we had this reversal. This was a definite trade, and we had a slow. Originally, the invalidation was here. Took this. There was an entry. Market pulled back. There was another opportunity there, right here at this level. That's a bit of a level to look for in the lower time frame. This was another opportunity to enter, and then market broke higher, and there was another opportunity to enter. So this scenario that we drew out exactly happened as it did. At the moment, we are really hesitating. So anywhere that we are in, it will be a good time to remove some profit and perhaps let the trade rest run because we have these higher targets. And another successful trade plan and trade execution and of that idea. Guys, if you like this video, remember to click the like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions about any of these setups, or maybe you have your own, and then we can have a look at them. So far, so good. I hope that is clear. So that's Aussie New Zealand. Let's look at the next one. So next one was gold. And again, gold was another one. We made a plan here. We had this area. So on the big rate news, gold blew right through it. We had this area as a possible reversal. We blew right through it. And then we were looking at this break. And then this level here, move higher, and then pull back and continue. What did actually happen? None of those things. So we marked out 3 possible scenarios, and even with 3 scenarios, none of those worked out. So that is one of the lessons we're going to go over in a minute. Since none of them planned out, none of them are part of the trading plan for the week, and therefore no action to be taken unless we see it actually play out later and we have to reassess again. But of course, once again, we really have to work with the scenario, and scenario at the moment is we've got the holidays, we've got unclear price action, nothing yet telling us where the market is going, so we have to just sit back and wait. Quite simple, really. Such is life, such is the market, especially with gold. Gold is a tricky one. Gold can really confuse you, and it doesn't always adhere to a dollar index either. But for now, yeah, let's just wait for the price section. Okay, so here's that 4-hour. Okay, next. So we had New Zealand, we had gold, and we have oil now. So what do we expect on oil? Well, on oil, we were looking at the break of this high. We are looking to break through that. However, we did not reach any reversal on this level, neither did we reach the top level. Once again, this idea is not one to engage with. Quite frankly, quite simply. We had neither one option nor the second, nothing really happening. We did have this reversal of the low, but nothing here according to the trade plan. And again, one to miss out. So we've got all of these options, but only a few of them actually work out. Only a few of them actually play out as we plan, because the market can do whatever the market wants to do. And therefore, we stick to those that are producing what we want to see. And that's our edge. And if the edge does not present itself, no need to change the plan. Finally, let's go to S&P, and S&P is an interesting one, a real ripper of a trade here. What do we expect? Well, we were looking at this at the beginning of the week, the market to break higher, come back, retest this level, which it did. This was an entry here in a validation at the low. And what did we have? Market ripped higher, created another high. We anticipated another possible level just as we drew out. These markings are exactly what I've left from the beginning of the week. That was not changed, and we had a tap back into the level, and away we go once again, and we ripped really ripped higher. I mean, this is a kind of that situation when you sometimes think, oh well, maybe close too early, but you never know. We could have reversed off these levels as well. You never know what it will do. We really ripped higher. That is unfortunately a missed one, but nevertheless, the very positive thing out of it is these were two entries, two opportunities that can be made use of. So there's two opportunities here. We've got another one that happened on Aussie New Zealand. So that's two, in fact, on Aussie New Zealand. So that's about 4 or 2 trades if you're only looking at one entry. And then we have Aussie CAD, which is a break even. So those are three setups that went to plan, one at break even, and you could say 2 winners. So 1 break even and 2 winners, not bad for the week, I would say, especially as we are now coming to the quiet period of the holidays in December, end of the year. And I would say, yeah, this just goes to show you, I mean, we do this every single week, and every single week you see it in front of you, how it plays out from the beginning of the week to a plan to the end. Now, let's go back to our initial purpose for this video, which is how to make your trading more peaceful. And it's quite simple, as the best things are. Simply plan out the scenarios without getting married to the trade. Don't get attached, don't get hooked on your idea working out, but plan the alternative plus any other scenarios that could play out. If they do, then you know how to play it. So here we go. Let's go through the whole list again with that mindset. Okay. So the mindset on a dollar index was that it'll go higher, and if reaches up here, we'll be interested to sell from. It did not, therefore no interest there. Euro dollar, we planned option A, B, and C. None of them happened, therefore no trade. So again, we wanted to see a particular scenario on particularly the sell. That did not happen. We had completely the opposite. It was a buy, and in fact, I'm not sure exactly what the bias was actually in the beginning of the week, now that I don't remember, but either case, all these scenarios were planned in advance. And therefore, nothing was a surprise. Nothing was a kind of a shock that, oh, well, what do I do now? It was already set in stone. And then we adapt to the market according to what it does. So reassess if there's something completely unexpected, completely unusual, and then otherwise stick to the plan. Aussie CAD, there was one plan here, and then it is following that case, so either the invalidation or the move higher. And then pound CAD, again, 2 scenarios here, and then we had Aussie New Zealand, had our invalidation, but definitely a bullish plan, and the bullish plan was clean on this occasion. What have we got? We also had gold. Gold, we had 3 plans. None of them happened once again. So that's a 4th actual possibility, which is none of those. So we didn't plan for none of those happening. There's always that other possibility that none of them happen. You could say that. But the main point here is not to get married to the trade. You are not making any kind of long-term fixed commitment to the setup. We are projecting, we are anticipating, and then we're acting based on what happens, not based on what we think is going to happen. So trade what you see, not what you think. Let's look at oil. Oil is another one. We had a planned projection to go to sell, but as you saw, the dollar got weaker, not stronger, and that's why it makes sense that oil gains some strength, and then we have no actual setup here to look at. So nothing of interest. Again, made the plan, nothing of the plan. S&P was one that just followed the plan exactly, and therefore we follow along, just as we looked at. So quite clear to see. I mean, there's nothing, no surprise here. It happened. Yes, we follow along. We jump on the trend. We follow the trend as it goes along, as the market moves along, if it continues to do that. If it doesn't, and if it breaches the invalidation point, then we know that it has other ideas in mind. And that is that. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and makes your trading more peaceful. You want to get to a state of peace where nothing is really bothering you, surprising you, and you go along with it. There's nothing more to say. Hopefully that is clear. Yeah, it is what it is. Once you have a plan, then you're just following the plan and you're going along with it. It's a peaceful state, it's a relaxed state, and if you're not trading relaxed, if you've got fear or greed or you're kind of all over the place, there's something that needs to be looked at. And doing it this way will help you. You're drawing it out and seeing it in front of your eyes on the screen as it happens, helps you to go along with what market is telling you rather than what you believe or think is going to happen. And now that everything is drawn out, as you can see, we just wait for the price action to tell us yes or no. Does it want to play along or it doesn't? Fairly simple, really. So that's this week. Thank you for joining me. Hope you made some good use of those trades, particularly Aussie, New Zealand, and S&P, of course. And once again, join us on another week. We're going to have a little break, have a few educational videos, and watch for the next few videos in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be putting out some really useful videos to help you with your trading, to increase your accuracy, your consistency. And there's a couple of unexpected little videos, some new material that you may want to check out that will be very useful, and things that I do myself. Okay, my name is Dima. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you. Have a great holiday period and catch you again soon when we resume trading. Bye for now.